Hi guys, as well as speed, there's another compound measure that we need to learn, and that's density. Now, you should have come across density in science. You might have done this experiment in maths, but you have a Eureka can, and you fill it with water, and you get objects, normally like ball bearings, and you drop it into the water. And obviously, when you drop something in, the water rises, and it collects in this little test tube here. And that's how you find the volume of an object, and obviously you can find its mass, and you use this formula here to find an object's density. So, we also have these questions in maths, but I guess in science it's more occurring. So, how I remember this is I think of Valentine's Day, the 14th of February, and I say, "My dear Valentine." That makes me sure that I have it in the correct order. So if you have the MDV but in the wrong place, you're going to get this question wrong. So you should know that to find the mass, you cover it up. So mass is density times volume, and density is mass divided by volume, and obviously volume is mass divided by density. So let's have a look at this first question. So the mass of 3 cubic meters of zinc is this many kilograms. So find its density. So the first thing I'm going to do is write my formula. So density is mass divided by volume. Now I've got to look at this question and say which one is actually talking to me about mass. So that's when you put something on a scales and you weigh it in grams or kilograms. So this is its mass. And we've got here that cubic meters, and meters cubed or centimeters cubed or milliliters and that sort of thing, that's always volume. So the volume is 3. So I'm just going to type that in on my calculator. And my density is 7130. Now, density, if you think this is kilograms and this is cubic meters, and this divide, we can also use the word per. So this is kilograms per cubic meter or meter cubed. So that's what it is. Now be careful, sometimes they do ask you to change this into different units like grams, and there's just 1,000 in there, so you just times it by 1,000. But in fact, I think that's in the next question, so let's take a look at this one. Now, rather than writing this one out, I've got it out of a book, so it's going to be this one here. So we're told that the density of this gold is 19.3 grams per centimeter cubed. And this gold ingot, normally it's like a trapezium prism or trapezoid prism, but actually in this case, to make the question easier, they've just done it into a cuboid. From the cartoons, you probably associate gold and real life to be this shape, but they're actually making it easier, so it's a cuboid. Now, the cuboid, we've got some numbers. So we've got the length is 20, the width is 8, and the height is 1.5. And work out the mass of the gold. So we need our My Dear Valentine. Mass is density times volume. And you can see here they want the mass in kilograms, but we'll deal with that bit at the end. So the density, that's 19.3. I'm going to put under here grams per centimeter cubed. And we're timesing that by its volume, which we have to work out. And obviously a cuboid is dead simple. You just times these together. So 20 times 8 times 1.5. Don't think I did that right at all. In fact, I didn't. So that's 240. So let's times these together. I'm just going to put on there that would be centimeters cubed. So times 19.3, and I get an answer of 4632. Now, if you look at these units, this is grams per centimeter cube, and this is also centimeter cube. So when I do this, I'm going to get my answer in grams. You're basically going to get whatever the units say. Now this question wants it in kilograms. So how many grams are there in a kilogram? 1,000. So I have to make this smaller by 1,000. So it's going to be 4.632 kilograms. So that is a grade B style question. The one I did before, which there's less working out for finding the volume, that's grade C. All right.